Hi, everyone, and welcome to the London Community Week podcast, the show where we spotlight the brilliant minds shaping the future of community building across the UK and beyond. I'm your host, Kateryna Bova. If you are from a startup, a nonprofit, or a global SaaS company, you are, guys, in the right place. If you're passionate about community led growth, connection, and real impact. Before we dive in, a quick shout out to Led by Community for supporting the show and the wider London Community Week initiative. With us today is Megha Arora, brings 14 years of engineering experience from top tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, and Make My Trip India. She transitioned into developer advocacy to bridge the gap between engineering and developer communities. As the first developer relations leader for MongoDB in APAC, she built and led a dynamic team across Singapore and India, driving developer engagement at scale. Megha thrives in system design discussions, enjoys building with Gen AI, and excels at crafting POC and debugging. Beyond her technical work, she is deeply passionate about lifelong learning and community building, of course. She actively mentors and teaches system design, empowering the next generation of tech talent through her Instagram and other platforms. Today, she is challenging her experience and vision into DevRel Squad, India's first DevRel services startup, aiming to transform developer relations for SaaS startups in India. Megha, welcome. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you, Kate. Love this opportunity to talk about DevRel and community building. And you mentioned us as the first DevRel services startup, and we are now the best DevRel service in India as well because there are not many, maybe, but yeah, we are trying to get this through. And I got passionate about DevRel while my tenure at MongoDB. I have been a developer for about 13 years and then switched into developer advocacy for 2 years, as you mentioned. And post that, I was like, hey, I can do all the three: tech, teach, travel. So why not just choose this and build something which is the need of the art. So yeah, thank you for that. And
Awesome.
I think led by community, sorry to cut you, led by community is also on similar track, and I'm really happy to have found you and Francisco. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Tell us more about your role and what communities maybe now are you currently involved with?
Sure. So at DevRel Squad, we saw a few gaps. Personally, when I talk to a lot of startup founders or maybe CXO positions or any middle management who is taking care of developer initiatives at these kind of SaaS, AI, or any Web3 startups, the problem is that they are expecting one person to come in and do all events, community management, and content, all by that, like one person doing everything, donning so many hats and doing it like, okay, go to some events and then come back from your travel and do content and then also keep the community engaged. I think that's not possible. That's a wrong expectation. So we need support. And second thing was, most of the times community is dependent on a person's presence. So I wanted to break that shackle, break that problem, wherein we want to scale something. The community should be engaged, but it should not be dependent on a particular person or a particular group's presence. So, and the local flavor, like India is every 10 kilometers the language changes, the local flavor changes. For example, we did two events in Delhi and Chennai on the same day, but Chennai started 9:30 a.m. IST and Delhi started 11:30 a.m. IST. So you can see that local favors changes, and that is where. So the local community should be taking care of those events, but the vision, the message, anything on the product messaging should remain the same. So that's where DevRel Squad started scaling. So my role as a founder and CEO or whatever, so I just try to keep everyone aligned. We have a very lean team of 9 people: engineering, social, then we have a founder's office. They are taking care of head of growth and chief of staff kind of role, and me. So this all aligned together. So we are building some tools plus a lot of content, and I'm also currently, as I'm talking to you, learning more and more on community and dev. So that's my role and what we wanted to serve.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. Megha, how did you find your way into community building? Maybe it was something intentional or accidental. Share with us your story.
It was, I would say it was accidental, because when I was working at Microsoft or even Apple, I did not know anything about these community events or community initiatives. Even I would I didn't know about MVPs or AWS heroes or Google GDs. I did not know any such roles exist or any community building thing exist. But at Microsoft, I used to participate in a lot of internal tech building or knowledge sharing sessions, wherein I would present and I would do tech demos, and they were well appreciated and people liked it. And since my first job as well, Samsung, I was doing such sessions. Plus, at college and school, I have participated in numerous debates and assemblies, so I was okay. I was an okay speaker, and I was able to do tech demos, live tech demos. And then finally, when I was with Apple, this call came in from MongoDB that, hey, are you interested in doing a job as a developer advocate? And I was like, this happened in 2021. I was like, what is a developer advocate? So they, okay, you can do tech, you can teach and travel. And then I asked my husband, should I interview for this? This is a different kind of role. I've never heard of it. I was like, okay, go for it. And there were a couple of rounds, and it just happened. I did not prepare much apart from the there was one round where we have to present and we have to showcase a demo which we built, like technical demo. So that was the best round where I had prepared so much, but otherwise I did not do a lot of things, and it just came by. Before that, I was involved in some tech initiatives where I was teaching some tech. So they had seen my videos as well. So it just came across, and I was hired as a developer advocate, but since I was the only one for India and Asia Pacific, so I was also doing a little bit of community building. Whenever I will go, I'll travel 3 cities in a row in India in a week. So that is my best, and 5 talks over a weekend. That's my best for the events. And so event became my forte, and then this community thing happened, and I was like a natural, and I just discovered, oh, I love it, and I can do it for us, I can speak for us, yeah. And as you can see, so
Oh,
so it just happened, and I chose that it will be there and I will do something with it, like personally.
it's so, it's so inspirational, and you have a lot of stuff on your plate, a lot of stuff. And what motivates you to continue doing your work today, every day, with so big passion?
Passion, absolutely, absolutely. The passion, and my health has improved. I mean, the way I feel, I look, I have lost weight. I have done so much after starting this startup. My health has started improving because I'm only following my passion.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm not saying that my companies are not good, or but it's just that they were very good companies, and I am in love with Microsoft, Apple, MongoDB, every company I've worked with for. But maybe I think we all need to just follow our passion. And as Indians, we are too much, stuck in, okay, we have to do this, we have to do that. As a society, we are keep moving forward, and we are learning so many things, and we are improving and improving and growing. And if you follow your passion, I think you improve on the health, on the way you think, your perspective, the mindset changes. So yeah.
I agree. I agree 100% about passion. Actually, London Community Week is coming up soon. Maybe you could please share with us your topic. What will you be speaking about, and why you think that this topic matters right now?
Absolutely. So at DevRel Squad, I will not do a lot of marketing of DevRel Squad, but I will just say what I thought is, let's just go by the community principles and not do any marketing. So we have zero marketing spend. I don't know how to run ads, and zero investment from any of my past savings, and we just are bootstrapped and profitable. So what I followed, that is where I want to talk to the world, or talk at such a global prestigious stage, that hey, if you just follow, The growth might be a little slow, but it'll be organic and it'll be sustainable in the long term. So that sustainability, that organic growth, and then when you some CXOs or founders, okay, uh, if you do an event, how many people will come to the ground? I'm like, we are having an engaged community and I'll get you 80 people on the ground for sure, but the event should offer value, real value. So they are like, where are you getting your confidence from? So that is where only the community principles, those taxonomy, how big the group should be, what kind, let's say if we are doing workshop, how that should be, these kind of principles, the basic principles, basic fundamentals, and real value. This is what my talk will be around. And that is where I'll be sharing whatever we have done, and we have seen some numbers as well. So I'll just share around those lines, that what we have followed, what we have done, not like a DevRel Squad marketing. I will definitely, that name is any which way is carried in the title, but it will be like more on my learnings and experiences and failures as well.
Amazing. Maybe you can share a bit more insights or takeaways you hope that the audience will leave with after your talking, after your performance.
Absolutely. So I would share like my failures, a little bit of impact metrics, where in what kind of metrics you can go ahead with in reach and awareness. What is the kind of education you need to give? Let's say if you are a DevRel, developer relations or community manager at any tech company, be it developer first or developer plus, or anyone who just wants to attract top developers. Like for example, I will give example of Target here. They do a lot of DevRel activities because they want to attract top talent. And then we have developer first companies, any which ways they need DevRel for sure, because developers, they are B2D, they're making products which is B2D. And then there is this developer plus as well, like for example Slack, or there are many other AI startups built for non-tech people. But if developers start building apps or integrations on those tools, it will go haywire. Like it'll blast, and people will relate to it better. So I want to talk about these, maybe these three, how they need DevRel and what kind of impact, and what kind of, how do we approach DevRel differently for these three, and what is common, and then what can be achieved by doing, let's say, event, which is the high conversion channel. Then community management, engaged community, how to measure if the community is healthy or not. Then there are there are actually formulas for this. I did not know it maybe a few months back, but then when I started reading into this. And then third thing is the content, where we are also learning, we are just starting our content. So let's see what my learnings are till July, and we'll get these learnings in form of some numbers as well.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. I'm looking forward for your speech, actually.
That's great.
Um,
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, you started to talk a bit about failures. Maybe you can share with us also one mistake or misstep that taught you something super special, something valuable during all your journey as a founder, as a CEO, or as a community builder.
Many missteps, many failures, but Microsoft taught me to be vulnerable, which I would value like all my life. And one of the failures I had is we had a client I will not name, and I did not do proper education. Like when we are initially doing reach awareness phases, that okay, knowing what the product, there's a product that exists or for this, and then awareness phase, that what the product actually do. So these two phases, we are just building the top of funnel, similar to marketing but not marketing. So we should not do a lot of gating. So that education is ultimately necessary, that setting the right expectation is ultimately necessary, which we didn't do. And that's one failure, and we have taken a note of it. Like whenever we sign up with any client or anyone, we just set the right expectations. That's the first thing which we have learned, and it has helped us. Second thing was, we were using some tools, again I'll not name, but what happened is we were getting RSVPs like 600, 700, and then we were sure we will get about 150. Let's send shortlist to 300 folks and we'll get about at least we will get a 80 folks, but that didn't happen. Like at least we'll get 100 folks, but like 75, 80 came into the ground. So I understood that sometimes the tools are mailing people, or we are getting RSVPs who are not even located in that particular city or area, and they are, in different cities, even different countries. So let's just build something in house, and we built our own event tech, and now we have like totally engaged audience, no junk data, no dead data, and that is when, when we can give precise numbers to our clients that okay, 295 RSVPs, 150 people reaching the ground. And we'll not love, like, we are not like, okay, just come and eat pizzas. We love offering pizzas, the best quality ones, whatever we get. But and the swags both from DevRel Squad and any of our clients. But the thing is that we offer value as well. Like, we'll talk something very generic for the community, let's say Gen AI or Agentic AI, and then the third could be some activity where we are going to a builder session or a hands-on session where people actually learn. So that is where the value
Yeah.
plus not just marketing and just the product, actually building the value, teaching something, and then treating them with respect, giving them some swags and food should be
Mhm.
good quality, nobody should fall sick on time, and they everyone should leave very happy.
I
So
agree. Yeah, it's true. It's amazing story because when you are a member, you really feel deeply when it's just sales or marketing, or when you really want to like have special connection with organizers, with the team. So I understand you, and
I
it's really interesting story. Interesting story. What about proudest moments? Because failure, of course, everyone has failures, and so we do that. Maybe you have something that you are super proud of. Maybe it was some moment also in your career, or if something with community. Maybe you can remember something.
Absolutely. So at Mongo, the proudest moment was me being told that okay, you will manage someone from Singapore. So I became a manager. I was managing someone from Singapore, a developed country, and now we are still developing country. So that was one of the proudest moment as a female, as a Indian, everything. And that person also brought so much to the table, and I had a chance of learning so much from them. Plus, in DevRel Squad, the proudest moment is scaling, as I said, right? Without me traveling, sitting in pajamas, and meetups happening, 80% of the meetups happening, and it was all in my head when I started. And we did some meetups without any client, just by DevRel Squad, and now we did with a client. And Delhi and Chennai happened with me sitting in pajamas. Delhi at 11:30 a.m. IST in Microsoft Noida, and Chennai happening at Zoom Info with me sitting in pajamas, chapter leaders taking care, uh, and everyone left happy. LinkedIn, when they show notification, it's like 99 plus notifications, 99 plus tags for DevRel Squad, as well as happened for the client as well. So after that, it stopped showing the number. So that
Wow.
was an amazing event. Like, it's not at all dependent on my presence. The community is engaged, and people personally message whoever knows that yes, this initiative start from me, or somewhere I am connected. I got a lot of messages from students as well. Hey, can we do something in our colleges? We can have online sessions, and we can become part of your student ambassador. I was like, hey, wait, we are still, because we cannot start so many initiatives and then not be consistent. So we have to start small, step by step. And as I was taught by a great person in my last company, we should only do what we can count on our 5 fingers. So only top 5 priorities, and maybe in that also maybe only 3. So at the moment we only focus on top 3 things. Go slow. Yeah.
Awesome. 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 What about trends, Mega? Maybe what's a big shift or trend in the community world, or maybe something with Gen AI and community world you are paying close attention to?
Sure. So see, AI is a major shift. A lot of people have lost jobs because of AI shift, and the thing is, it's not that AI is taking jobs, but AI is going to have that shift of jobs. the nature of jobs will change. And I personally have been following Gen AI, Agentic AI, even our event tech. We use a little bit of Gen AI to shortlist with AI. We actually see the designations or maybe the previous background using their
Yeah.
LinkedIn, and we can do a little bit of more you know uh, mindful decisions or little bit of pragmatic decisions using AI. So that's Gen AI. And then agentic AI is something where AI will start taking a little bit of decisions for you. For example, if there's a AI DevRel, they can try to help you with the content. Maybe there's a Reddit thread, and they can go and comment on that if it seems safe. And if not, if someone is really arguing, then they can just choose to stay away. So this kind of work can be automated using AI. Giving just the example of DevRel, but we see similar thing automated in customer success. A lot of people needs to upskill. At this moment, the skill gap has grown, not only in India but other developers as well. So we need to pick up AI, agentic AI, MCPs. So much to learn at this moment, and people are also craving for human touch. That is where I see a little bit of shift, and more need for these events and community, as well as the right content to not misguide anyone, or not to bash, or not to say that okay, hey, AI is here, AI is coding, now we don't need software development. That's the wrong thing to say. We need developers to innovate, we need developers to check if the LLM is not, or the code generation is not hallucinating, and take more decisions, focus their time on innovation and innovation and innovation. So that's the right thing to say. So that in one word, community, I mean three words actually, community is needed much more than anything. Yeah, many words, not two three words. Yeah.
Agree. Maybe we also can continue a bit that not only about trends. Maybe you have, or maybe you like some tools, matters, or some practices that you recommend to follow in other guys and other community managers. What do you allow? What do you like to use during your job every day?
So earlier I was using a lot of tools. I personally have loved using Luma. I know there are other tools. I am a fan of Bevy as well, but now we have built internal tools. So I'm using more of those internal tools for our event. I will not name it now because obviously I don't want to market at this moment. But yes, it's live on my site, and we are just using it for clients at the moment. But we'll come on online, like live in beta as well soon. But apart from that, we are building a little bit of more on developer education, wherein that's the need of the hour, where we can host ebooks, and people can talk to those ebooks. uh, in in day-to-day work, I really use a lot of chat gpt and Claude, the paid versions of both. I would not hesitate from mentioning that, because that has speeded up my work as a founder, and my team's work as well. They use a lot of Copilot, and I also use a lot of Gemini. Like I have been
Mm.
using Gemini since long now, and I've taken some workshops. Like I'm a pro Microsoft tech stack user and pro Google tech stack user, and we are also part of Microsoft for startups. So we use a lot of Azure, Autogen. I'm exploring Autogen personally. So and Azure AI Foundry. So I've seen like how you can build chatbots within minutes, like demo chatbots, but then productionizing them will take a little bit more time. But yes, so these are the things I could mention on the tools. But even tech is personal at the moment, all internal. Remove the other tools, but Luma Baby I can do.
And what I hear that innovations are on the top. All the innovations, Gen AI, and all of this synth will help also with work to all community managers. And it's great that you use a lot of them, you and your
Yes.
team.
Yes. Oh, so the thing is, community managers, they should be using a lot of AI. AI is to help. AI
Mhm.
is not to replace anyone. And community managers should also, like, if they are for any tool, let's say. So I prefer, if there's a there's a technical product or there's a developer first or plus, the community manager should themselves be a user of the product. If they use the product, they have a better perspective. And if they talk to more product managers or the software developers building the product, they will have a very different mindset and perspective when they go to the field. So that is where one of my and they can use AI and maybe tools like, there are so many metric tools, like if I can name Orbit, and then other tools which can help them staying on track by building some reports, maybe the trip reports. They can write their observations and then they can feed to AI. They can build their own agents as well, so it's easy nowadays. So if they have something where they have already fed their data, it can give them reports that okay,
Mhm.
what has improved, what has not worked, what went well, what didn't go well, what really moved the needle, or yeah, these kind of things they can keep on noting down after every stint they have, like be it content or community engagement or the events.
Super, super. Thank you. Thank you. I agree really 100% with all of your thoughts. I have one question. It's my favorite and important questions, important and favorite question also from my clients. It's about business goals and about business outcomes. Megha, how do you connect community building, community management with real business outcomes? How we can measure that impact? Can you tell your
hardest
story how you do that?
Hardest of all,
Yes.
I yeah. So in Web3, it's like a direct correlation. Okay, the more the community, the lower there is the higher the TPS and lower the latency, and the coin value goes up. So Web3 is a very direct relation. In
Mhm.
Web2, I explain, it's something like going to a gym or a diet. It works organically. It's similar to something like marketing. You build the top of funnel and then we start getting, and you have to connect it to something where the problem is there. Like for example, if people want to learn Gen AI, so those developer education initiatives can help you people, can help you build that reach and awareness, and a little bit of engagement where people understand there's a product named that ABC. Then what it does, engagement, they see people building on it, and then okay, if they can build it live, maybe we can do it too. We can try it. It will solve this problem, and this is maybe related to something, a competitor, and obviously not like bashing someone, but maybe a little bit, and build that story, build that mode, build that USP very clearly in the mind, and then go on to more streamlined initiatives, targeted initiatives like enablement on workshops or something, wherein real adoption happens. The real impact takes at least 3 to 6 months. It is all organic. If you don't go organic, just get the stars and not any activity, it is not sustainable. That is how I explain to Web2. And but the impact will come because this will get you the real PMF, product, the market feedback. So
Mhm.
uh, you will achieve that PMF, and you will also see what kind of features and bugs your community, and any engaged community is a true business mode. So that is what I try to tell them, and I think most of the founders who approach, or most of the middle management who approach, are now having this. Okay, DevRel is a silver bullet. We can get all everything from DevRel. So we have to tell them, okay, no, DevRel is not a silver bullet. We have to. It can help, but it has its own. It'll take its own sweet time.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Megha, what advice would you give someone just starting in community building, community marketing, community management today?
So if it's a tech community building, community marketing, community management, I would say be the user of your product. Love your product. Don't think it's a non-technical role. It's a partial technical role. It's still I'm not saying that okay, you read everything you know, but the thing is a little bit of if you work with the engineers, join a few calls with the engineers, what they are building, and join a few calls maybe with the product managers, and having that know-how of how my product behaves for a simple person who simple developer or simple user who logs in. How is it behaving? Is it really useful? Thinking from that developer mindset is something, and for building that mindset will really help them to connect better. And also, not just maybe, let's say they have a demo which they play, if they understand what the demo is talking about, and having that a little bit of more customer obsession or or a developer obsession, and having that bigger view rather than having just a small task at hand kind of view will help. And as the DevRel or as any community manager, community builder, we should all at all times be hip tied to our company or the product, and hip tied to the community. We should be in best interest of the community as well as our company at all times. So we have to play like someone who's the hero for both.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my advice.
Wow.
And it's a little opinionated, as I mentioned, like if they are a little bit on the techie, but that's what I feel. But it could be different for different people.
Cool. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. And
Yeah.
also, I have one last question actually for you. If you have to describe your vision for the future of communities in 3 words, you started to describe something today, but let's
Okay.
summarize, yeah, this future of communities in 3 words. What would they be?
So more than needed, like needed more than ever. That's my first phrase. Sorry, I could not think of a word. Second thing is that a lot of jobs are going to generate in this dimension in the world as well as India. It's a amalgamation of two fields, so a lot of jobs, much more needed. And I think community is like the whole solution for everyone looking to learn, removing that skill gap. So I think it removes the skill gap. It will be our answer to skill gap. So three phrases, not words. Sorry, failed that one, but
It's okay. Amazing, Megha. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your thoughts, for your deep thoughts. And we will see you in July. I'm really looking forward for your performance. I wanted to see you offline, and everyone who now is joining, who are hearing this podcast, we're also waiting for you on the conference. And thank you very much. See you.
looking forward. Yeah, see you, Kate. And I would like to invite you to our podcast as well very soon, Kate. So yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you very much and have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.